Hey everyone, Paul Kepner here. So on this one I wanted to show you something I had an idea on that might help you as well. If you want, I can leave links for everything that I've been everything I'm working with. So I have a box of miscellaneous parts. So what I wanted, my main goal is I have this Tilta Nucleus Nano 2, and I really like this, but I want a way to be able to mount it to my camera. It has a NATO rail, but on my Sony, there's not a NATO rail anywhere, and on my Red, there's not a NATO rail. So I wanted something that I could mount it with a rosette, because I have both of those on there. So I started looking around, and I couldn't really find anything. Some people mentioned some items. One's made by Nitsy, and it's a long NATO arm with a rosette on the end, kind of long like this. So you could mount it, and then you could put this on there and move it. But the problem is I wanted something compact so I could put anywhere, and I didn't want it long and bulky. So I started digging around in my parts, and I started looking at these handles, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I got these from Pro-Aim or Camvate or something. I'll look it up, and when I find them, I'll put them on put links in the description for everything. So I started looking at it, and these screws come off. And I was digging around in my box, and this is a small rig NATO rail that I had that I'd used to put like top handles on and stuff. So they just fit in there. So I was thinking about this, and I tried it on here. Oops, there we go. Had to make sure the pin was pushed. And then it mounts. Mounts pretty secure, it doesn't move unless you unlatch it. So I was thinking I could mount this on here, so that's what I wanted to do. I was going to show you. So maybe this will help some of you guys. Like I said, I could mount a rosette anywhere. These screws here are M4s. I'm taking off. Those are too long. So I've got some other spare screws here. Yeah, here we go. These are all M4s. It's a small rig bag, but I don't know who makes these screws. It's one of the spare bags, just like this one right here. So I just keep all my stuff in there. Otherwise I have to put washers in there, and I don't want to do that. Just drops in like that. Like I said, maybe this will help some of you guys, because I want something compact that I can pretty much mount anywhere. And I know they make NATO rail rosettes that you can mount anywhere. So I didn't care about that. There we go. So now I've got rosette to NATO rail, which I've been looking for. So on one of my cameras, so if I have I could mount this on there. And then I could throw this on there. And so I could sit here and focus this while the camera's on my shoulder. Or let me grab my camera. So my Sony, sorry, I've got a lot of projects going here. Now, I can just mount this to the base. And even while it's on the tripod, could focus here, or if I didn't want to mess with it, I could always bring it back more. You know, put it on the side, wherever. Yeah. So now it's on the tripod. I could just focus it while I'm watching the monitor or whatever. Or I could use a couple of arms, extend it down, and then have the focus wheel down with the handle for it. So I could have this controlling the record and zoom if I have a zoom lens, and then focus wheel here. So I think that'll work. I really like that. I'm going to add that to the Nano kit. Yeah, it doesn't move. Nice compact. I wish it was shorter, but you know, it is what it is. I'll still be able to mount it anywhere. And because it's a rosette, I could turn it any direction. So if the camera's up above, I could turn it down to where it's facing me or whatever. Nice. All right, well, I hope this helped you guys. If somebody's looking for a mounting option for this, I hope this helps you guys. Like I said, these are pretty cheap. You could put this whole thing together for 25, 30 bucks. And to me, it's worth it to be able to mount it anywhere and to be able to use this anywhere. Anyway, yeah, pretty happy. You guys have a good one. And always, this is Paul Kepner with Guardian Filmworks. I'll see you next time.